Before I start this lesson, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, or HaKodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Shalom to 144,000 men that's pushing and believing His word in all true sincerity and sacrifice their lives and wills to do so. Shalom to the men, women, and children that's tuning in and listening. And shalom to Israel foreigners scattered about all four corners of the earth. The Heavenly Father named Yahweh, His only begotten Son named Yahweh Shai. And Lord, when this video is edifying and quick and straight to the point. This video right here will be entitled, this might be a part 2 video, but they are on the same basis. Really, with as you know, well, by now you should know. You had two not just the Charlie Kirk situation, but you have I've been seeing a lot of news on my feed of just random. No, it ain't random, but it's all control opposition at the end of the day. But recently I've been seeing a lot of videos where it's been a lot of deletions going out, and set up deletions, people Jake fighting it's like Jake fighting Edomite, or stuff like that. We're in these times of where control opposition, set up agents and whatnot. These elites really working on the minds of the people, and these people are falling for hook, line, and sinker, as they say. Now, with everything that's going on, now is these are some of these things spirits of vengeance? Yes, it is. But on the same wavelength, these elites are setting up people to have these breakouts and these mass riots and breakouts, and these shootouts and whatnot, to cause division. And it's working. It's really much working. Because you have Edomites on one side saying, oh, yeah, well, the Negroes are the problem because they shooting up, stuff like that. Then you have these Transformers killing these white supremacist activists. Is that the word I want to use? Well, these white supremacists that are their activists, as I should say. Let's fight for white supremacy. You have these things. You have Jake. You have the incident where the 2/3 Jake killed the Ukrainian woman. Now, obviously, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing crazy, but that stuff like that sparks a big revolution. As they say, small sparks lead to a big reaction, But you have to think isn't that not funny? She's a Ukrainian woman. How you get from you're a refugee at this point. You come to America, you're a refugee. You're a Ukrainian woman. It's all of those things. A lot of these things are psyops, and these elites are paying these people off, and not just paying them off, they're setting these people up to cause racial division, and that's the time we're coming into. Yahweh Shai preached of it. Ezra spoke on it, and I'm gonna get the one in Ezra also, and the one in Matthews too. But these are the things that we're coming into. These are the times we're coming into, and I'm gonna do another video concerning that Charlie Kirk situation. But these are the times we're in. We're seeing the turn and a drastic downfall of Babylon the Great. So this is 2nd Ezra. I'm gonna grab this real quick. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. No, don't tell me don't accident. That's all I care. It's 2nd Ezra chapter 15. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna start at verse 1, because this is another point too. We're seeing what the apostles and elders and bishops was speaking on 20-30 years ago, more than 20-30 years ago, happening. And we're seeing these things play out. So this is this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and truth. And yeah, that's what we're saying. You were saying that what, and also it was it was like a week or two ago, a week and a half, or week or two ago, where it was somebody that walked by one of the camps in in New York, if I'm not mistaken. It might not be, but I know it was a GMS camp, and a guy said, "Y'all right." So somebody's lying and somebody telling the truth, man. Oh, Salaki, I didn't even know that I was speaking. But who's been telling the truth? At the end of the day, it comes down to who telling the truth and who ain't. Everybody want to talk about GMS this, GMS rapist, all of these false accusations and slander and bearing false witness. Yet we're the only camp that's not having individuals dealing with being in scandalous activities. Everybody want to talk about Gentiles could be saved. Oh, the end of Esau Edom's age is at a hand. And y'all talking about Gentiles being saved, and the apostles and elders dealt with that no more than 30 years ago, damn near, or at least 20. Everybody concerned about Gentiles this, Gentiles that. White man can be saved. Oh, Israel, man, there's more shit going on there's more shit to be focusing on. And that's another thing too. The Lord has things in its appointed time and season. Oh yeah, I'm gonna grab that in Ezekiel also. But the Lord is making things known and shown more. He's not holding back anymore. Everything has an appointed time, appointed place, and all of that. That's how we know that these prophecies are coming to pass, because we're seeing these things, we believe in these things which are written in this book, for they are faithful and true, right? So this is Ezekiel chapter 12, and I'll start at verse 25, because Jake, it ain't even Jake. Well, really, it's actually, you know what? It is Jake. Jake be the biggest ones. This is kind of ironic, as they say. This book is for Israelites, all Israelites. Now, actually, let me say that, because let me re-say that, because this book is for Israelites, right? And only for Israelites, right? But this book is only exclusive to the elect and the 1/3 that actually believe and read in these prophecies in this book. But not all Israel not picking up this book and actually applying what's being written in this book to their daily lives. But it be on the same hand, you have Jake that literally have this book in front of them. Same version, same words, same prophecies, in red letter, and all of that. And they still choose Gentiles can be saved. Oh, y'all just haters. What, do we not supposed to hate our enemies? What? Why would you want to love your enemy? Why would you want to be under the thumb of your enemy, under the oppression of your enemy? Jake got Stockholm syndrome, so we really ain't trying to deal with Jake too much. But the thing of it is that the Lord is showing His hand now. He's showing, at the end of the day, what my prophets been saying, they're coming to true. They're coming true. This is Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 25. For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And yeah, the Lord had things prolonged for a certain amount of time, season, because things they know it might seem long, but the Lord could just snap His fingers and it happens right then and there, in that moment, within the blink of an eye. But the Lord He's not prolonging things anymore. Jake is finding out, damn, what was being said is true. It's starting to look like it makes sense. Yeah, that's because it is making sense. That's because it is true. Now it ain't so far-fetched that what? Esau, Edom is falling. And falling, he's going to crash and burn. You know? Verse 26, again, the word of the Lord Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen in my time. Oh, what are you talking? That ain't gonna happen in my generation. That gonna happen with my grandkids. Yet, what's happening right now is what y'all was saying not too long ago. Oh, they tripping. That ain't gonna happen for another. Jake talking about, oh yeah, Jehovah Shai ain't gonna return for another. What, that was Nate who said it. That Alazar said 1,000 years. You know, y'all, these all these false doctrines and whatnot, and everybody want to go based on what they think and feel, not what the Bible says, and that's the problem. But the point of it is what? Oh, that ain't gonna happen in my lifetime, but it sure the fuck look like it's about to happen in your lifetime. You might not even have a kid. Shit, actually, you might get a kid off, but that kid ain't gonna be 50 years, 30, 40 years old. Like, nah, man, we are seeing prophecies jump out this page and speaking, as written in Habakkuk 2. Back in his Ezekiel, I'm gonna say Ezra's. The vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesieth the times that are far off. And yeah, those times ain't far off. No, it don't look so crazy that those men on the highway, the men on the corners, it don't look so crazy what they were saying. It don't look so crazy that what Esau, Edom is the so-called white man that's destroying the earth, setting up adversaries, going around causing problems. Babylon the Great, aka America, is falling. The infrastructure is weak, the people's finished, the politicians are finished, the jobs are finished, hopelessness at an all-time high. All of these things are written for a particular reason. So from there, I'm going to get back in 2nd Ezra chapter 15, and then I'm going to go to 2nd Ezra 9, and I'm going to close out. So this is back in 2nd Ezra chapter 15, and I'll start at verse 14. What was that, 14 through 16? Yeah, verse 14 through 16. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, for the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And yeah, the modern day sword is begun. The Lord is going to draw all of the things that he's going to cause a lot of plagues, a lot of pestilence, a lot of evils in these cities. People are going to go to war for scraps over food, a can of beans. These people not going to regard their kings nor princes. Those that have high notoriety are well known. They not going to care what your status is in that day. Jacob's trouble is here. But it ain't in full effect yet. We're going to see what it's like to really be front of the streets, as they say. We really gonna see what it's like to be fighting for your life, fighting to just survive. Now, granted, yeah, it's different because in that day it ain't gonna be no jobs, ain't gonna be no food readily available, ain't gonna be no McDonald's, no Burger King, going to the grocery, none of that. You people are gonna experience hunger. You people are gonna experience complete disarray. So from there, I'm going to jump to 2nd Ezra 9, and then I'm going to close out. This is back in 2nd Ezra chapter 9. Well, not back. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, and I started at verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and wherein thou seest part of the signs which signs past, which I have told thee before. Yeah, so the prophets have been told the signs, given the signs and the tokens. of what's about to happen. And we're seeing it play out in modern day, in modern time. We're seeing this play out. We're seeing it play out. So therefore, why you know, Jake don't got no fucking faith anyway. But these prophecies are a key indication of faith builders. Also, what the Lord said is faithful and true back in that 2 Ezra 10. But we have been given we have been given the signs to measure the times. Verse 2, then shall thou understand that it may be the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And yeah, the Lord ain't just visiting this world by plagues and pestilence. You got chariots making appearances, lots of appearances, doing things that bend the laws of physics, things that our mortal brain cannot comprehend. You know, we're seeing chariots on a daily basis now. On a daily basis. Doing things. It was just a video of a chariot splitting a Hellfire missile into 4 pieces. And the chariot didn't even get a scratch on it. So that shows you that the type of timing Esau, if Esau Edom seeing these things in the heavens, in the Shemayim, what you gotta think? What he know he can't stand against that. That's why he's trying to get that NWO established. So what? Oh yeah, well, we you know, they trying to push towards that, and it's gonna fail. It's gonna fail and crash and burn. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, it was just an earthquake. Was that a 7.4 earthquake? I forgot exactly where it was at. It was just a recent earthquake. And on top of that, here in the U.S., you got uproars everywhere. You got racial tension growing and growing by the week and the day. Let the week. So this is what we're dealing with. So yeah, of course we're going to need the Lord in these times. But also the Lord's prophets have been out and have been telling the truth, telling the word. And if you ain't receiving it, if you ain't under the elect, you're finished. But Lord, when this video is edifying, before I close out, I'd like to give our praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, B'Rakakodash. Lord, when this video is edifying, and on to the next one. Shalom.